Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is kind of a piggyback video of what I dropped, I believe yesterday or day before yesterday, about these people were sent to help you. You know, you get to a point where you're so used to being let down. And I know that everybody gets to this point. You know, you get to this point in life where you're so used to being let down, where you might have, befriended kind of like the wrong friends, and maybe because you didn't have love in your household the way that you needed it, right? So you started to be friends with the wrong type of friends or whatever. That's just me being I'm not getting into the details of it, but that's kind of just the main nitty gritty of it, because that's usually why a lot of us, lean on the wrong friends or the wrong people, is because it's some type of neglect, or we feel like we're not being being heard, or we feel like no one is paying attention to us. You feel me? And this is why kids become badass kids or something like that. Or you got parents that's so strict, so they sneaky and they doing stuff. You got curious, naive kids. You have to sometimes let them, be curious. But anyways, so, you could have been one of those children who you always, tend for yourself growing up. Maybe your parents was always busy with work, or maybe you wasn't raised by your parents, okay? Maybe you was raised by your auntie or your grandma, or I don't know, something like that. Or maybe your parents, I don't know, maybe you just had mad siblings, so it was hard for you to like stand out because it was so many other siblings. And maybe you're the oldest and your mama and daddy just kept having kids and you felt neglected at one point. I don't know, but because of these things that we go through as kids, this can be the reason why we treat or act the way that we act as an adult, right? So I'm here to just remind you, if you're one of these people who have been through these things where you felt disappointed, where people always disappointed you, or maybe your dad said that he was going to come see you and never comes to see you, okay? I remember that feeling when you're excited thinking that you're about to see your daddy and then you don't see your dad. So maybe you've always been let down, and because you've been let down, you feel like people don't love you or you're not important, right? Because your daddy kept letting you down, or your mom or your sisters, brothers, whoever kept letting you down. You feel like you don't matter, or you're not important, or you're invisible, or these people really don't, care about you. And this has passed on into your adult years. I just want to remind you, not everybody is sent to be a hater. Not everybody is trying to destroy you. Don't get caught up in the fact that you always had to tend for yourself, and you were always so independent, and you were always let down by people, that you overlook the people that God is sending into your life. All right? Because it comes a point where God wants things to be easier for us. Eventually, we have to pass the test. Hold on. Let me get some tea real quick, y'all. Oh, that's so good. I got a peppermint tea, but then I did like it's a detox tea, but then I put peppermint in there as well. So good. Just to cleanse out my body. It's kind of early right now. So yeah, sorry. I don't know who that's for, but maybe you need to start drinking some tea. Okay, body looking good. I see it. Stomach looking flat. But anywho, this is a message for someone. The people that God is bringing into your life now, the people that God is putting on your path now, the people that you are running into now are not going to do you how people in the past did you. I need you to heal those issues, heal that trust issue, right? I want you to believe, I want you to understand that not everybody is out to get you. You have passed that level where you're around snakes, or you're around people that is greedy or covetous. You should be in a place now where you're feeling more peaceful, right? Where things is working out. So that's why you're a bit shocked, because you're like, I know it's a trick. Don't nothing good happen in my life. Listen, I'm here to tell somebody a lot of good is about to happen in your life, and you need to be prepared for it, because you don't want to send some things back or fumble some things that God actually sent to help you. That's people, that's places, that's certain opportunities right? Career opportunities, job opportunities, just to expand in life, period. You don't want to be so stuck in 2008, 2000 and late, when people scarred you, when your mama left you, when your daddy left you, when your family dynamic got separated or crushed, whatever happened very traumatic in your life, when you first felt alone, when you first felt neglected, if you don't heal that and talk to your inner self and tell your inner self, listen, that happened to me, but that don't mean nothing. This is who I am now. That made me a strong person. That made me a believer in God, because if I came through from that, I could get through from anything. Y'all need to start changing your perspective, baby. Change your perspective. Because listen, God don't want us to go through no foolishness. He really don't want us to go through any evil or none of that. But guess what, baby? It's just what it is. Sin is just here on earth. So we're going to experience some things that we do not like. Okay, because people have the ability to give off whatever type of energy that they want, because we have free will. But now that you're in a season of receiving blessings after blessings after blessings, it is time for you to get rid of that mindset. It's time for you to stop thinking that you cannot succeed. It's time for you to stop thinking that there's no success in this career opportunity, or there's no success in this business, or whatever idea that you have. I need you to start pushing forward through that. I need you to break free from that. I need you to understand that the enemy doesn't want you to break free from that. He wants you to stay in your mind and stay stuck and never move and never start a business and never flourish, never do things that you're passionate about, never be curious, never look into this and look into that. You could be having some projects that you want to start and things that you want to do, but you haven't done it yet because the enemy is feeding you with fear. You're fearful. You're fearful that you're going to fail. So instead of failing, you don't even want to start. Instead of you looking like a failure, you rather not even engage. And that ain't always good. I'm telling you that right now, because if God is trying to get you to engage in something and you're trying not to engage in something because you're not strong enough in your beliefs, and you don't believe that you're going to pass, and God is pushing you to do something, you keep neglecting what he's pushing you to do, baby, that's bigger. That's a bigger punishment. When God is telling you to do something, or God is putting something on your mind, and you can see the vision whole clearly how this can work out, but you're still a bit fearful, that is a problem within the enemy. The enemy is controlling your mind. And you got to break free from that. You got to understand, and this time, whoever this message is for, right? There's some people that's getting some bullshit. You know, what you put out is what you're going to get back. But who this message is for, I'm getting the vibe that you got blessings on blessings coming, but you're so used to bullshit happening. You could have had a very crazy year. That's what I just heard. You had a very crazy year, financially speaking. And I'm also hearing that a lot of people let you down. Okay? People that you thought would come to your rescue with certain things. All right? And you felt like you was a bother. You felt like you was a burden to some people. This is probably why you didn't even want to ask certain people for help. Some of the people that God sent in your path, you didn't even want to ask these folks for help because other people made you feel like you was a burden or you was asking for too much. Listen, you're never asking for too much. You asking the wrong people. That don't just work for a relationship. That's for friends as well. You asking the right friends, the friends going to come through. You asking the wrong friends, they ain't going to be able to do shit. Okay, so someone is learning that you was never asking for too much. You're not an extra friend. You don't want too fucking much. What you was asking from those people was too much for them to give. They didn't even have the capacity to give you that. Some people have to do inner healing and digging for them to even open up that into their lives. Some people are so cold-hearted because of what they have gone through that they don't even have certain pieces in their mind, body, and soul. So they would never understand how you feel. So it's not up to you to be trying to make people understand and no, you see how people feel about you and you act accordingly to that. Someone loves you and cares about you, you love and care about them. Someone showing you that they don't really care about you and they just using you, you let them be. You let them go. You remove yourself from the situation. But again, this is for someone who is in their blessings on blessing season and is feeling a bit weird for you because you have went through a very trying year. I'm feeling tears right now. Someone has went through a very trying year and is giving that only God seeing you through. Okay, close friends, family, whoever you thought, they didn't even see you through. Only God seeing you through. And this is why you have your guard up. And I want you to know it's understandable that you have this guard up. But I want you to understand that you don't need it up when it comes to these specific people. I'm talking about a specific group of people that God is placing in your life to actually help you. I'm not talking about people that you already got the revelation on that you're supposed to get up out of your life. These are people that is already in your life that has been a blessing to you. And maybe you're afraid to ask them for help or ask them for things, but God has sent them in your life to help you. I've realized that as I got older in things, I was never asking the wrong people, because when I start to ask the right people, they did it with no problem, y'all. This is me just opening up, telling y'all the truth. You so used to people saying no, they can't do it because you asking all these stupid motherfuckers. You ask the right person, now you shocked. You ain't gonna be able to believe it. God wants you to trust him. God wants you to test him. He said, take me up for it. He said, the people that I have sent into your life are there to help you. You don't believe me? Test them. He said, test them. There's some things that you really, really need that these people can help you with, but you're scared to ask. He said, test me. God said, test me. Ask those people for the help that you need and watch them come through. And I'm feeling very emotional. I feel like someone is crying right now. Whoever this message is really hitting for, listen, God is saying, test them. Test those people. All right? Test whoever it is he brought into your life. Ask them for help. It's not okay to hold on to things and act like you a superwoman or a superman and you don't need fucking help. This is why humans need humans. This is why God don't understand the hate between humans, because we need each other to survive. You can't do nothing without another human on earth. You can't eat without another human. You can't even get your money out the bank without another human. Humans make the world go round. There's always a human in a position of something that you might need or something that you might want. You need something, it's at the store, you got to go through a human to purchase it, right? You got to give the human the money to pay for it. It's like we had to deal with humans in order to survive on this earth. So God never understood how we don't get along, why there's so much hate and jealousy. Because we really need each other. He needs us to use one another, not misuse. Y'all know how many times I say that? I say that all the time. Because there's nothing wrong with using your friends. God gave us all gifts and talents and things that we're passionate and good at. And it's up to us to connect with those people and come together and create a masterpiece. If I have someone that's good at editing videos and I like being in the video, why wouldn't I work with that person that know how to edit the video so he can edit the video? If I know someone that's a good engineer or producer, why wouldn't I connect with that person? If I need pictures and my friend is a photographer or a videographer, why wouldn't I use and connect with those people? That's what it means by using. You have a friend that's good at doing this and making this. They're a stylist or they're good at creating websites or anything. It's okay to go ask them for help. That is why they're sent on your path. Okay, it's okay, baby. It's okay. And God said that if you're asking some of these folks for something and they're giving you the vibe that they can't help you with it, then maybe you're not asking who he told you to ask. Because, y'all, listen, we do that sometimes too. We do that sometimes where God tells us to specifically ask someone else, but because you're afraid or scared or nervous to ask that person, you ask somebody else and then they don't even come fucking through. Yeah, bitch, because you should have listened when God told you to ask that person. But you wanted to ask someone else because you were scared to ask that original person. Cutting corners. And now you didn't get what you needed because you didn't ask the right person. So God be telling us exactly who it is sometimes that we need to talk to. Don't ignore that. Don't ignore that. And everybody should be putting their pride to the side anyway, because guess what? We're humans. All humans need help. Even a millionaire and a billionaire need help. They can't survive without humans. They can't survive without humans. They need a human to do this and a human to do that. So we still should show grace and humility, period, because we still all need humans. You get me? We still all need each other. I don't care if you call yourself a producer for music. If you don't have no talent that's a singer or a rapper, you're useless. I don't care if you're an agent or a manager. If you don't have no talent to manage, you're useless. What is a modeling agency without the models? What is a recording studio without the people to record? Nothing. We need each other. We need each other. But all right, y'all, I'll catch you on my next video. I just wanted to continue that message because I feel like this is really, really strong, that God has sent some help out to specific people to help you within these storms that you're going through. And some people are very, very nervous to ask these specific helps. And God is just saying, test them in His time. Test them in His time. And even if you feel like they won't give it to you or they won't help you, still test them. Why not? Ain't nothing wrong with seeing who's actually for you and who's actually trying to help you than just to be blind and having people around you. So do what you got to do. Figure out who's actually there to help you. Ask your friends to help you with certain things and see who come through. See who runs and hops and skips to help you. Okay, test these motherfuckers. It's okay. Because you need everybody deserves to be around a true support system. So if you're around people that's not a true support system, you're wasting time. You're wasting time. So yeah, I'll catch you on my next video. I love y'all. Bye-bye.